Good morning, everybody. It is day 27 of 84, and my weight dropped quite a bit. I am 225 this morning. Yesterday I was 227.8, and last Sunday my weight dropped to 227.2. So from last Sunday, I'm down almost 2 pounds. From yesterday, I'm down almost 3 pounds. But also, last week was Thanksgiving, so I had Thanksgiving dinner, and that messed up my weight loss, or my weight drop for the week. So I'm not really like, oh my God, that's such a huge number, because it's like, honestly, it's probably what I would have done last week, to be honest. But it's actually interesting because I haven't been taking the animal cuts this week, but I still had a huge weight drop. So it's like, okay, well, even not being on the animal cuts, my weight is still dropping significantly. So I guess I just broke a plateau. I don't know if the pills helped me break a plateau, because I know I was losing a quarter of a pound to half a pound a week. And then I started taking those, and that was it. That was the only difference. And then my weight started dropping 2 to 3 pounds a week like wildfire. And I didn't take them this week. My weight's still dropping significantly. So it's just kind of like, all right, well, maybe I was just in a plateau. Now my body is just revved up, and I'm not under eating either. That's the thing. I'm eating 3,400 calories a day. I'm doing 456 carbohydrates. I do 200 grams of protein directly. Indirect protein, with protein, I'm at 257 grams of protein a day. With the carbohydrates, my fats are somewhere around 20 to 30. I am by no means under eating and starving myself, and my cardio is very mild, just doing 2 walks a day, an hour walk each time. But the biggest thing was, excuse me, the biggest thing for me was not losing any muscle mass. Like, the whole reason to do slower paced cardio for longer instead of doing higher intense cardio for shorter was, every time I do that, I burn muscle tissue up, and I'm not trying to burn any muscle tissue up. So I've been holding on to a lot. I mean, I'm still at 18 inches on my arm, which is really, really good for me, because I've said so many times, like, the first thing that I lose whenever I go on a cut is my arms. My arms are the first thing that I lose size on, and they shrivel up down to 15 inches. So still holding 18-inch arms at 225 pounds, as lean as I am, that's incredible. You know, now, hopefully, the body starts pulling fat from the lower back, the upper back, and my midsection. Well, honestly, everywhere. Actually, you know what? I take that back, because I still got a lot of chest fat on the sides of my chest here. If that goes away, my chest will look so much better. If my stomach fat goes away, my abdominal will look good. If my lower back fat goes away, my hips, my lower back, my waistline will look smaller. If my upper back goes away, my upper back fat will just look so much freaking better and more thick and dense on my back. So really, honestly, it doesn't matter where it takes it from, because anytime it pulls it from anywhere, it's just going to be a big improvement in that area. So it's just like, it'll all come down eventually. And I know it's just a time. It's just a time issue. Eventually, the time will come. Hold on, I gotta use my hands for both of this. Oh. Yes, I put instant coffee in my coffee. Why? Because I'm back to decaf coffee. I think that much should be good. Decaf coffee doesn't have a good enough coffee flavor to it, so I add coffee grounds into my decaf cup of coffee. And I'm not doing caffeine this weekend, because I'm only training my abs today. I train my calves tomorrow, and starting Monday, I'm back on the animal pack. So I want to give myself like a little 2-day break from caffeine. So that way, whenever I start taking it again, hopefully it hits a lot harder. Because like I said, I'm going to be back on those pills for the next 3 weeks. So I figured, all right, I'm going to give myself 2 days off from any caffeine. And I can tough through a freaking ab workout and a calf workout without caffeine. That's not a big deal. And honestly, I know I was talking about something right before I did that with the instant coffee. but now I can't remember what it was. So I'm going to drink my coffee and review the video and see what I said and then pick up from there. I was talking about time. So, all in due time, things will line out the way they're supposed to line out if you're doing everything correctly and consistently correctly. So I know it's just a matter of time for my back fat, my upper back fat, all my chest, stomach, everything for it to just disintegrate. And man, just how fast the weight is coming down. I am just shocked. I just didn't think that my weight would be dropping this fast. It's crazy to me how quick it's dropping after doing the exact same thing for 12 weeks and my weight loss slowing down for 5-6 weeks to 1/4 of a pound to 1/2 a pound to skyrocketing to 2 to 3 pounds a week, which is just crazy. So I'm like part of me is like, yeah, keep going, man. The fastest way from point A to point B is a straight line. And right now you are on a straight line. And then I'm also kind of like, man, that's a little bit too fast though. What if I start losing muscle mass and I start dropping too much muscle mass and I start looking skinny and stringy? Maybe I need to pick my protein up from 200 to 225 a day. And maybe I should pick my carbohydrates up from 456 and add like an extra 30 grams a day. So maybe like, 480 or something like that. And slow it down a little bit. And then also in exchange, I'd get bigger pumps, better pumps. I have more energy in the gym, more energy throughout the day. And maybe I could put on a little bit of muscle mass in the process. But then it's also like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Keep going the way it's going. You're not losing muscle mass. You clearly can tell like your muscle mass is not going away. It's still there. It's still, everything is still there. You haven't lost any size. Like doing the posing videos and showing my muscle mass and doing the flexing every single week. Like you can tell the beginning of the week after Saturday, I'm a little bit more puffy, a little bit bigger. Everything looks a little softer. And as the week goes on, my muscles start looking flat. They start looking deflated, but everything starts looking harder and it starts looking a little bit more like pronounced. So the measurements are still holding up. So there's no point in changing anything. There's part of me is just like, man, you can eat more. I mean, you definitely, if you're losing 2 to 3 pounds a week, you can definitely increase your calories. You can definitely increase your calories. There's absolutely zero reason why you shouldn't go up on your calories. But then that part of me is just like, nah, don't break it. But also too, man, I'm at 225. It's Saturday. Today is my low carb day. So tomorrow, if I wake up at 224, that would be a 3-pound drop from last week to this week, from 227.2 down to 224. If I go down into the 223s, that's going to be almost a 3.5-pound drop, depending on where it falls. So it's just like, man, that's a lot. That's too much, especially for how far I am in this. So maybe it's like, maybe I should like add a little bit more food or something, I'll figure it out. But I am just waking up. And also it's like, why are you drinking coffee in the morning that's decaf? Because I'm about to go do my cardio. And I like having a little routine where I drink my coffee or whatever. It's just, I like it, like it makes me feel good. It's a little reward. Like I like it. Decaf, caffeinated, it don't matter. I just like it. It's my thing. It's what I do. Everybody's still asleep. 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh God, I went to bed last night at 10, stayed up a little late. Still slept in. Been waking up at 4:40 in the morning, and slept until 6. So feel pretty good today. But my legs are sore. Oh my God, my legs are sore. I am tender. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go because I'm just rambling now. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Weather is finally not so miserable. I mean, it's not pretty outside, but it's not windy. It's not rainy. It's damp. Humidity is really high. There's a lot of moisture in the air, but it's not drizzling. It's not foggy. It's not misting. So it's tolerable. So not a bad deal. Oh man, I got to go to the chiropractor today. I got something in my back that's pinched, and I've been trying to work on it. I just cannot get the thing to release. Like, it happened like a month ago, and I've been slowly working on trying to get that thing to release. But unfortunately, so when I was younger, I tore all my intercostals on one side of my rib cage, and then on the other side months later. And ever since then, if I'm not careful, if I shift wrong, I can pull something between my ribs and my back area on the intercostal side, where the intercostal is kind of what it triggers, right? It's like here, but then it shoots back to my spine. And it's like my ribs aren't lined up or something. I don't know. It's weird. And there's a pinch. And I go to the chiropractor, and they do this one certain thing, and they pop me, and it's just done. Well, I was hoping that it would just do it on its own, because sometimes it will. Sometimes I can stretch, or I can do an inversion table, or I can roll my back out on the bar or something like that and do some tissue work, and my back will pop on its own, and it'll alleviate and relieve it. But man, this time I'm like locked up, and it just won't stop. I mean, it doesn't make me like where I can't function. It's just, it's annoying, right? Because you move a certain way, and you're like, okay, there it is. And then you're fine. So it's just a little aggravating. So I'm probably gonna go to the chiropractor today, more than likely, and get this taken care of. I'll see how I feel as the day goes. Maybe when we go grocery shopping, because we'll be right there by the chiropractor. So, all right, I'm gonna finish my walk. There it is, my chicken. Back home from doing my cardio, and I did my protein shake, 50 grams. It's been an hour and a half since then. Starting to get hungry, so I'm not gonna wait to eat. That's the thing about Saturdays, is because I'm not getting as many calories, because I'm not getting carbohydrates. I want to make sure that I stay above the hunger and I don't let it hit me too hard. So I like to eat as soon as I start feeling hungry. I don't wait. I just eat as soon as I feel hungry. And then honestly, if I run out of chicken before the end of the day, because I do 2 protein shakes a day and I do 3 meals of chicken, doing 5 meals total. And if I run out of food and I'm still hungry, I switch over to beef jerky, and I'll just eat beef jerky the rest of the day to keep my protein levels up while keeping my fat and carbohydrates down. And I don't get hungry, so I don't want to cheat and break my diet and stuff. So we'll finish this, then we got to go to the grocery store. So that should be fun. Well, it's a lot better than it was last week at this store. This store is normally really crazy busy, but we try to come early enough on Saturdays, and it's not too bad today, actually. So we gotta get my bell peppers. They got the best bell peppers here. They're freaking massive compared to anywhere else. Look at the size of this. That's a freaking bell pepper. I had every intention of recording a little bit more today than what I did at the grocery store and going to the chiropractor and just in general eating, but I didn't. So, oops. I don't know what happened. I just guess was caught up in the moment, and I just didn't think about it. No, so is what it is. Okay, so I've gotten most of my food in. It is just past 3 o'clock. It's 3:20, so I'm going to drink my fake coffee here. I'm going to pretend like it has a bunch of energy in it, get the placebo effect of drinking it, and then it's time to go into the gym and work out my abs, my most favorite muscle of all time. I hate working my abs out. I love the way abs look, though. I think they look incredibly cool. I just hate working them out, but that's why I gave them their own designated day, because if I don't give them their own day, I will neglect them 100%. I just will. It's just the way it is. Like, I hate training them so much, I will not put any effort into them after an actual training day. So if I force myself to give them their own day, then it's not even like I'm really working out, because it's only abs anyways, and abs aren't even really a workout, right? At least that's the way I view it. Hunger is pretty high today. Pretty terrible on the hunger today. But it's only for a day, so it is very tolerable. I was incredibly tired, and I did take a nap. I was great this morning when I woke up at 6 o'clock. I felt wide awake, and I was good. And sometime afternoon, I just got a little tired and laid down and passed out. The little thing in my back after the chiropractor feels a lot better. The lady, she was Brazilian, and she was a thick girl. I was like, oh, thank God, man. She has some weight to her. And man, let me tell you what, she ragdolled me around when it came to cracking my hips and that part of my back. Man, I felt like a baseball bat cracking on my spine, but it felt freaking amazingly painful. So it was like one of those like wonderful pains. Like it hurt like hell, but I knew that the outcome was going to be better. And then it just slowly faded away, and it got worse before it got better, but now it's like it's not even bothering me, so I'm super happy about that. All right, I'm gonna go and drink my fake coffee here and then get in the gym. You know what would make decaf coffee even better is if it gave you the energy of regular coffee without the caffeine. Wouldn't that just be wonderful if you could drink decaf and not get the caffeine, but get the same amount of energy that it gives you? But all jokes aside, I wanted a little 2-day break from caffeine before I started taking the animal cuts again, but I only have to train my abs and then do cardio, so it's not that big of a deal. Plus, as I start moving, one or two things are gonna happen. I'm either gonna be like, yes, yes, or I'm gonna be like, dang. But either way it goes, remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the ego. And if you want to have a impressive body, and it doesn't mean it's for anybody else. It could be for you. It could be simply you want to look in the mirror and be impressed with the way you look for you. And get in the gym. Eat your food. Do your diet. Do your cardio. Don't make excuses when you don't have motivation. Just make it happen. Let me get started on this because I'm about to make it happen. We're going to start with 40 pounds and work our way up. But like I was saying, it's about the ego. Like, all of it is about the ego. And the ego could just simply be for you at your house, in your bathroom, in your privacy, with your shirt off, looking at yourself, being happy about the way you look. You know, or that one chance that you're somewhere and then you happen to have to lift your shirt up or take your shirt off. You go to the beach, you go to the pool, you go to the river. Anything during summer that requires an activity with your shirt off and has an excuse. I mean, think about how many times you go to the beach, the pool, the rivers, the lakes, anywhere outside with people with their shirts off. How many people actually have abs? Like, how many people are actually like in serious shape? And don't tell me that those people are doing. I mean, you got the skinny guys, right? You got the really, really skinny guys that have abs. But I'm gonna say something that seems a little shrewd here. But guys that are scrawny, skinny with abs don't count. That's like a fat chick with big tits. It doesn't count. You're that way because of default, right? You just don't have body fat. You don't have muscle. You have nothing. You're literally bones, ligaments, and abs. That's all you are. Just like a big chick with big tits. It's like, you don't have big tits. You just got a big back that swallows around at the front of you and hangs off your chest too because it had no more room to collect everywhere else. And I know that might seem mean, and I'm not dogging on fat people or skinny people. I'm just saying abs and tits are one of those things that, like, they're only impressive on certain individuals, and other people just by default have them, so it's not really that impressive. But then again, that's just me talking shit, coping because I don't have them. So take that for what it's worth. Like, bro, you're just coping. I am coping. You're right. I sure am. Oh, this is way too light. Oh, my goodness. That feels like nothing. Oh, it feels like I'm pulling my shorts down, too. I don't like that. Don't like that. Let me try like this. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do this to get moving. Show you guys the beginning of the awesomeness known as standing cable crunches for perfection. Because at the end of the day, there's two kinds of people, right? There's doers and then there's don'ters. And I'm not a don'ter. I am a doer. And even if I fail at doing, I'm still going to try to do my best to get done what it is that I want to do. My hamstrings and my hips are crazy sore from yesterday, which is good. My quads are sore too, but definitely the hamstrings and the hips take the cake on the soreness today. I did quads first, but it's 4 muscles in the quad to 3 muscles in the hamstring, basically. So it's outpowered by size and strength. The hamstrings are one of those things that I feel like they've always needed more work than the quads. to stay up with the quad because the size difference in the muscle mass and the fibers, but take that for what it's worth. Oh God, man, I hate that. I hate feeling groggy in the gym. That's okay though, because we're in here making it happen. I did 80 pounds last week on this. I'm gonna go up to 90, and 10 pounds on this stack is brutal, but I'm using my little wrist wrap strap things instead of the rope because the ropes are digging in to my hands on my pinkies right here, and it hurt. It hurt real bad and kind of messed up my grip, and I don't want to have to worry about holding onto the weight. I want to more so worry about the contraction of the muscle. And also, the only thing that sucks about this is they're longer, so it's a shorter range of motion. So you lose a little bit of range of motion, but it's not that big of a deal though. I want to take my hat off because I take my forehead all the way down to the seat. Okay, I don't know how well the mic's picking up the audio, but I'm gonna do rest pause. I'm gonna hit this for 10 breaths and then go again. All right, I'm gonna do that again, another rest for 10, and then I'm gonna go into a drop set. That's tough. I know I could probably clip my mic on my shirt, but it'll get scruffy as it's moving around on the audio. I don't think I can flip my hat backwards either. I don't know how that worked, but man, I go tell you, going up 10 pounds in this movement just increases the freaking amount of difficulty by tenfold. 10 pounds, tenfold. That's funny. All right, let me see if I can leave my hat on. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think I'm going to have to take it off. But let me try with this one. Oh, that might be doable. Do this for another rest pause too. Amazing how going down on 10 pounds makes it so much easier. I could barely get 3 on that last one. I don't even think I got 3. I just got, what, 9 or 10 on this one? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go again. Oh. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3. So I didn't need caffeine for this. It sucks. But it's not impossible to do with no energy. Becoming reliant on caffeine is it's almost a crutch, you know? You shouldn't have to have a crutch to do something. Oh, dang it. Okay. I'm going to call it on these with that one. That was pretty tough. It's pretty hard. I'm actually going to write this down because I want to kind of keep track of what I'm doing on these. So I'm going to say cable crunch 94.9. And now I know how much to try to beat next week with the same weight. Let's do some reverse crunches. Man, these suck. Oh, man, these suck so hard. But again, it's a necessary evil, man. You can't not work them and expect to have them. I know it comes down to a body fat percentage thing of being able to see them, but still, if you don't work them out, they won't even be impressive whenever they are exposed. Oh. Okay. I think I'm going to try to do some hanging leg raises tonight too. I think I'm going to try to give those a shot. I haven't done those in a while. See if I can even do them. I'm not even going to consider these hanging leg raises. I think I'm going to consider them hanging knee raises because I can't get my legs up. I can get my knees up, but I can't get my feet out. So I won't call that a leg raise. That's more like a knee up, not a leg raise. But all the same, I feel it really hard. I've gotten 2 sets of 10, so I'm gonna do a third of 10, and then I'm gonna try to build every single week 1 to 2 more reps on every set. So I'm gonna try to get 3 sets of 20, and then once I get 3 sets of 20, I'll add a 4th set and try to build 4 sets to 20, and then so on and so on and so on. So maybe I could get 5 sets of 20, 5 sets of 25 or something like that. Maybe grab something between my feet and hold that, or lift my legs all the way out and go from there. But this is better than doing nothing. And this is a starting point. I would definitely build on this. Hardest part, I think, is keeping from swinging. Next week for sure I'll be able to get 12 to 14. A little warm tonight, that's for sure. It is a lot warmer than it has been. Last week I didn't roll my pants up. This week I'm going to, because I just think it looks weird flexing without showing the legs. I know I'm not really flexing the legs here, but still, I think it gives a better idea of the image. I can't tell if that's better from last week. Plus, my stomach hair is growing back out. I did shave a couple weeks ago, and it's growing back out. And I know there's not that much hair, and if my abs were out, you'd still be able to see them through the hair. But at this stage of how fat I am, that little bit of hair does make a difference. Still a long way to go, man. 225 from 252 and still 27 pounds down and still no abs. Like this is like the part of my body that absolutely does not want to get rid of body fat. Like my body absolutely loves holding on to lower torso body fat. Like all this in here and all this in here, all that jiggles, you know? Like this right here, my body loves it. It doesn't want to get rid of this in here, and it doesn't want to get rid of this in here. Like it doesn't want it to go. It's like, okay, cool, lose another 27 pounds. If I lose another 25 pounds and I get down to let's say 200 even, I probably still won't have abs. I'll probably have feathering in my quads. I'll probably have striations through my chest, striations through my shoulders. I'll probably look good everywhere else. My stomach will probably still have this. This probably will have gone nowhere. It will still be here. It seems impossible to get rid of this right here. Absolutely just impossible to get rid of it. It just doesn't want to go anywhere at all. It loves hanging out. It's like I've been here for a long time. I don't want to move out and you can't make me.
Dang it, man. I was really hoping after I worked my abs out, I looked at my stomach, I was going to see like doot doot. You know, I was just going to be like, oh, cool, yes. They're coming through. Yeah, I haven't looked at my stomach all day. I got up when it was still dark, put a shirt on. Haven't looked at my stomach all day. And I was like, man, I'm down 2 pounds. Hopefully when I work my abs out, they'll be pumped up enough and I can at least see them better, you know. And I don't know if it's because I pumped them up. So like my legs, whenever I pump my legs up, like you can't see none of this, like at all. All that goes away. Like all of this, all that goes away. Whenever I get a good leg pump, all the striations and cuts and everything, it goes away and it just looks puffy. So I can be like, oh, that's probably what's going on. It's just puffy. No, it's not. It's fat. It's body fat because I'm a fat type of shit. And I'm just not even in the realm, man. Oh, I'm 4 weeks. This is the end. This is Saturday. This is coming to the end of week 4. I got 8 more weeks of this. And this is the second 12 weeks. So at the end of this, I'll be doing this cut for 24 weeks. 24 weeks from 252. And if I don't have my abs by the end of this 12 weeks, that means I'm going to have to push another 6 to 12 weeks to get them. And it's just kind of like, good God, man, that's pretty much 6 months, you know, of cutting to still not have abs, to go into another 3-month cut, putting me at 9 months to possibly still not even have abs. It's like, I'm going to have to get down to like 165 pounds. That's 6 foot tall just to be able to have the freaking things, you know? And it's like, my fixation just isn't on my abs. It's on my whole entire body, right? I don't want to lose any muscle mass. I want to hold on to as much muscle as I possibly can without sacrificing size for abs. But at the same time, the smaller my waist gets and the more defined my abs are, the more complete and solid the whole entire picture is going to look, and it's just going to look better all the way around. But it's like, but if I end up getting 15-inch arms in the process, I'm going to look all sucked up and shriveled and anorexic and skeleton-like. And I don't want to look like that. I don't want to look scrawny. Oh, God, man. It's frustrating. Man, it's aggravating as can be. I'm going to go for my walk, man. I'm frustrated. And it's like, well, you lost 2 pounds, so you should be happy about that. Be proud you lost 2 pounds. You're making progress. But it's like, man, I've lost 2 pounds a week every single week till I got down to 206 pounds. And I was still skinny with no abs. That's what happened. I got skinny. I lost 2 pounds every single week for months. And what happened was I lost a ton of muscle and still was no closer to having abs. I just look skinny fat. I look like a skinny skeleton, anorexic dude at 6 foot tall at 206 pounds. No better, just a different kind of bad. And it's just frustrating. It just frustrates me beyond, because it's like, how far and how long and how hard do I have to go to get those freaking things, you know? And I don't want to go below 200 pounds at 6 foot. That's a terrible look. I'm sorry, but that's just not a good look. I'm gonna go for my walk.